You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversation sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice, you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
No.
So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
Kerry K set in the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J. Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactic sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J. Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
All right.
All right, there we
What's
go.
going on?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Everything good?
All right, man. How life treating you? I heard some. Was that me? Oh. You hear static?
Say again?
Do you hear static?
No. Everything sounds good. That was
cool.
applause. I don't know if the applause sounded like static.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay. All right. So anyway, bro, what's going on with you, man?
Oh, chilling, man. Just getting used to this. The weather's changing, man. The fall coming in, so getting used to that. But with that being said, I sent out the first orders of the shea butter, man. So make sure you guys get your shea butter. It is on. If you ordered your shea butter, it is on its way. So appreciate everybody. And of course, remember, guys, if you any order that you make at Cunningham Elements will get you. This is a vial, a sample vial, and I will, send you a sample vial of the masculine identity eau de parfum fragrance. And so you could get a sample. So any order that comes in also gets a sample of the cologne. So, even if you get a soap, if you get a shea butter, you will still get a sample of the cologne. So I'm basically giving out free cologne, man. So make sure you guys go to Cunningham Elements and get your orders up. We got the shea butter. It's shea butter season. So when you order, you'll get it. So, no more pre-orders. Now is the time. So, because when it starts to get cold, niggas get ashy. So we got to get the shea butter out.
Guys, this man is offering a free sample of real nigga perfume.
Facts.
So you can get the bitch ass nigga stench off you and get some real nigga fragrance on you.
Facts. Real talk.
Get that. I need to get that. And before, no, for real shit though, man. Look, Miles, man, look, bro. But I've been even before I started doing YouTube videos, I've been rocking with you and L going way back when you had Amina Zena and way back. You know what I'm saying? Probably about 2014, 2017.
Sexy party show.
So for a minute. So it's almost like 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And I've been rocking with y'all a little bit less than that. So I've seen just the business and just what you and L been doing, and it's like it's inspirational, bro. I'll put it that way.
Appreciate that.
Very inspirational.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you and the homie. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Fifth. Shout out to all y'all, man. That's because all of y'all. Let me just say this real quick. I'll be remiss if I don't. Because I came to YouTube. I wasn't a business owner. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't an entrepreneur. You guys already were. You know what I'm saying? So y'all was doing shit outside of the tube.
Right.
So I had to learn how to use the tube and then build from that. But y'all built and just used the tube to you know what I'm saying? So I came in from exactly. So shout out to y'all though.
Appreciate
real
that,
quick, let me get out the super chat. Oh, no problem, brother. Corey 2S with the 99 cent. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Let me see.
And
who
shout
else we
out
got? Joe Blast
in the building. Joe Blast. Yes, sir.
So what I want to talk about today, what I would like for us to talk about, because this whole thing with Cassie and Diddy is, number one, I don't give a fuck about celebrity lives. I don't care about that. But
right.
if you look at all the different layers that's going on with them, vengeance, hidden agendas, manipulation, people fighting for control, blackmail, just so much shit, freaky sex, you know what I'm saying? Just all kinds of shit going on, right? So when a woman has an agenda, gentlemen, the dark truth behind the Cassie and Diddy scandal, right? And I really want to get into this, and I want to cover it from so many different angles, bro. Because I thought about just doing a solo little, 20-minute joint, but I'm like, nah, 20 minutes ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the things I want to bring up, right? And for everybody that's watching, feel free to fact check, do your own research. So I just want to remind people, because when I think about this Cassie thing, I think about the Shannon Sharp thing.
Yeah.
And what and in both situations, when Shannon Sharp first met that girl, she was like 19. When everything jumped off, she was 20. When Diddy first met Cassie, she was 19. And I'm mentioning their ages because I want to point out there are grown niggas who think because they're dealing with these young girls, man, I'm gonna mold this girl, I'm gonna run this girl. No, nigga, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you the prime reason why. Because these niggas have no game. In both Diddy and Shannon's situation, they use their money and status to secure the bitch.
Right.
Okay? Both situations. And this is what guys don't understand. And this is what women understand very, very well. Once a woman realizes at a young age, even in high school, or high school age, 18, 19, once they realize that they have so much influence with just the mere presence of them because they're pretty, because guys just get all enamored, they ain't even got to try hard to get you. You're easy, you're lunch meat. So what happens is, and Cassie, let me just say this about Cassie. Number one, she never had a job in her life. There's a reason why, because she never needed to.
Right.
There was always somebody, right? And so we got that going on. And let me just say this real quick about agendas. Cassie never wanted to work. Even when Diddy put her on, Cassie didn't have no talent. She was a talentless chick. That's basically what she was. So even when Diddy tried to help her with the shit, Cassie wanted to be a kept chick. She wanted to just marry into the life of leisure, right? So, and Diddy knew this. Diddy knew that was her agenda. Her agenda was to be a wife and a mother to a rich nigga, right? So much so, she was even begging one of that nigga's bodyguards, can you please talk to him and tell him I want to be his wife? I want a baby, right? So she been wanting that. And let me just say this. When she left him and went to her husband, I don't know if they still married or not, she was broke. That lifestyle was gone when she left Diddy. So she married to this nigga, living with her parents, broke. So that's when the blackmail, the manipulation started to begin. She got the money from old boy, from Diddy. 20 million from him, the 10 million from the hotel. Let me just say this about that. The whole freak off shit, I don't care about none of that. Those are consenting adults. My issue with Diddy is the footage, the domestic abuse shit. It's like, dog, come on, that's so beyond that, all that other shit that happened was a bunch of consenting adults who didn't know how to conduct themselves in relationships, whether it's sexual relationships, any of that. So you had a bunch of messy adults, but I'm gonna pass it to y'all.
Well, I'll say this, there's always some type of dark truth behind any woman's agenda. right? Because a woman has to be saved from herself, because she's and I know when I talk like this, it sounds misogynistic, like I don't like women and shit like that. But we have to understand what a woman is. A woman is an accessory to a man, and she's an accessory to a man's experience, and she's highly susceptible to darkness, period. Why? Because of her natural low self-esteem, her natural insecurity, right? And her natural emotionality. So that's what makes a woman have a certain level of darkness to her. That's why when if you look at all the ancient philosophies, there's always this type of dichotomy between good and evil, light and dark. You look at the yin yang sign, there's the black side and the white side. There's the sun, there's the moon, there's the dark, there's the light. And a woman has always been represented by the moon. A woman has always been represented by the dark. A woman has always been represented by, the negative, and not negative in the fact that she's bad, but negative in the fact that she is the opposite of light. You understand? And there's a reason for that, right? The reason for that is because of for us to understand one thing, we must understand the opposite of it, right? That's literally the basis of how, like, the understanding of life works, right? That's why the basic the basic language of computers is ones and zeros, right? There's high voltage and low voltage, right? Everything is built on understanding dichotomy. Everything is built on understanding the opposites of two sides. That's literally what it is. And a woman represents the darkness. Simply.
Real quick, I'm glad you said that, because real quick, J. Roman, I'll pass it to you. I believe in the yin and yang theory.
Yeah.
Women do represent dark and chaos. Men represent order and light.
That's facts.
And let me just say this: the problem with Diddy, if you just pay attention to just his personality, he had control issues, right? He felt because of his status and his money, motherfuckers should bow down. There's plenty of stories about that. So the problem with that, when you have that kind of energy and you try to control women, right? Because Joe Blast asked this question: what did he do to cause him to fuck up? Because he was trying to control her. She wanted to leave. He like, nah, bitch, you ain't dismissed yet. You know what I'm saying? He tried to control her, and what he didn't realize, and here's the thing, because she was hitting him too, but she can't whip his ass. But what she can do is manipulate the fuck out of him. So what, guys, here's the thing.
And that's the darkness, right? That's the darkness, right?
That's the darkness. If I can't whip your, because a man will just whip your ass and be done with it. A woman will fuck up your mind. She'll fuck up your life to get you back. Because she can't physically harm you like a man could. So she's like, oh, nigga, oh, you slap me around? Bet, I got you, right? So the whole $20 million that she got from Diddy, that was the blackmail. Because she knew Diddy didn't want that shit out. And it backfired on her. It backfired on her, and then all that other shit, because she tried to play the damsel in distress. Jesus, the big mean rich man used me and took advantage of my youth and experience. And the whole time she's really the villain. She's more of it. But part of her villainous was what Diddy created because of his leadership. Remember, women follow bad leadership or good leadership. So she learned from Diddy, and she learned to be a scandalous bitch behind Diddy. Now she already had some proclivities, because remember, she never wanted to work. So she already had that in there. I'm going to use my beauty to get what I want, but she just learned to be a little more heinous with it. But go ahead, Jay Roman.
For me, I always consider Star Wars, and just bear with me for a minute. When they have the Force, right? The Force was this sort of thing that would come over somebody, and give them a little extra power or movement or whatever. And I always felt like having game was like having the Force, right? So at this moment, we always say that game ain't about a woman. It's not about money, right? It's about, standing in your square as a man and being who you are, and, making sure for people not easily moved, that people join your movement and what you're doing, and you're not distracted from that. And so if you look at Diddy, you would say that this dude got some game, right? Just from hearing different things about him, as far as like, he is set in his ways and ain't nobody gonna stop him from that, right?
Right.
But when you start to use your money, status, and other things, you start to wield that game in a negative way, and that's where the dark force come from. Remember, I forget the whole term they had for the bad guys with this, with the force and stuff in Star Wars. And I feel like he set himself up and pushed a domino a long time ago when he started to use his money and status and feel like people should bow down because of that. Because of, I have this status, because of who I am, you should do. Don't you want this money? And he used something that people wanted to manipulate and to, I don't like to say the word manipulation, because if you choose to put money above everything, then you might get your respect taken from you. You might, that's your choice. But he used money and status to get what he wanted and to move and operate a certain way. So a long time ago, that domino was pushed. And after a while, the consequences do come down. People don't realize that mentality is so important. And that's why it's so important to have different influences around you that are positive for your life and not negative. Because after a while, you'll start moving like that. And so no matter how it started, no matter how he started his life and motivated, and I'm gonna start, because if you look at the beginning part of his stories when it comes to entertainment and stuff, he was determined, and before all this, before people started really knowing about Diddy, you would kind of look at him and be like, man, this dude, from the point that he joined, I forgot what is it, Def Jam or whatever. He had a plan, a plot.
It was the joint with Andre Harrell. I can't remember the name of the fucking company. The record company. Uptown. Yeah, before
Uptown Records, right?
He got pushed out because of how he was acting. Andre said, "Oh, nigga, get out of here with that shit."
Yeah, but he was focused on he had a vision on what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and he didn't let nobody stop him from that vision. So, but when you start letting these other things creep into, let's see, that stand your square, right? You start letting other things creep in where I don't have to really stand here off of who I am and how I treat people and how I move. I'm gonna stand here because of the money, the status, the power that I got to try to negatively influence somebody. And I think he pushed that domino a long time ago, and he's been avoiding the consequences, but it's always going to catch up to you. And I think it caught up to him.
Yeah. Well, let me say a couple things, and all the people who are pro monogamy, y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm just gonna tell you something. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Diddy got to the point where he was hanging with the elite. So a lot of the shit that he started doing, that's where he learned it from. All of those sex part and all that freaky shit, that's what the elite people do. Like in Hollywood, that's what they do. Mm-hmm. See, monogamy, marriage, and sexual exclusivity, that's for the worker bees. That's for the 9-to-5 motherfuckers. The super rich motherfuckers, they got some other shit going on.
Right.
But go ahead.
All right, we got 718. This is Moses. What's going on?
Yeah, it's Moses. How y'all doing?
Chilling, man. How you been?
And listen, I have a quick question. My question is, probably two. The first question is, like, let's say I was the guy. I was out, at bars and lounges and stuff, playing the numbers games and being on strips and stuff like that. But our question is, like, when I approached the group of women and they had a guy in there, I addressed the guy first, like Lucario said. And then what happened was, the guy was like, well, none of those girls are for you. They're all his. They're not going to want to talk to me anyway. I was like, all right, cool, man. Take care. And I just walked off. And then one of the girls who I was attracted to, who I really wanted in the group, left the group and then left the group. And I quickly hollered at her and met up with her the next day. So what's your thoughts on that one? That's the first one.
What thoughts on what exactly?
No, when the chick leaving the group because a guy won't let you talk to any of them.
Uh-huh.
And if the attractive girl leaves the group, and you quickly hollered at her behind his back and he exchanged numbers and then you meet up with her the next day and things work out.
Behind what do you mean behind? Wait, back up. How can it be behind somebody's back? Is that his girlfriend or something? Someone he's seeing?
No. I don't know if one of them is his girlfriend. You understand? But he was with like 5 girls, and he was the only guy.
So caller. Who? Okay, look.
Moses.
Real quick, bro. Let me just say this. Back, no, y'all know, but back, years ago when I was in my early 20s, I was like 21. There was a group of us living together, like 4 dudes, right? And this is back when they still had landlines. Mobile phones was in, but niggas wasn't really having it like that. Like, what I'm saying? But anyway, my point is this. If you gave a chick the number to that landline and you wasn't at home when she called, nigga, she got scooped. Because the first thing niggas gonna do is, so how long you know Carrie? Like, so are y'all close? Have y'all fucked yet? Oh, you ain't, it ain't like that? Oh, really? So look. boom, and she took. Like, and niggas was hyenas like that. And we never fought. And sometimes a nigga would scoop a bitch, and then when I would see the bitch later, I would scoop her back. You know what I'm saying? It was like that, right? So my point is niggas wasn't tripping about no females, bro. Go ahead, man.
Y'all was dirty macking, man. That's what we called that back in the day.
But I wasn't talking shit about nobody. I was just doing my thing. But go ahead.
Well, so when she moved away from the group and you got to speak to her, did you do it in where they could see you, or you just did it on the side?
No, I did it. Well, you know how the spot where I was at, you know, there's a large, but there's like a lot of people. Like once the girl leaves the group to go use the bathroom, it's like you can't see, you know, her going to the bathroom and stuff like that because there's a lot of people in the way.
Okay.
So, you know, but then again, I was talking to other women. So when I saw her, I was like, all right, cool. So I quickly hollered at her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I mean, you did your thing. Like, what is there to say about it?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say something about it. Was that something wrong? Because normally, like sometimes when I approach the groups, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, real quick, but hold on.
What do you consider it wrong?
But because Moses, you did what you did and you got exactly what you wanted. How could...
Damn, what the hell happened?
I don't know.
Oh, damn. He's zagging bad and shit. The call dropped. He dropped. All righty then. So yeah, this is zagging 2.0. Damn, Miles, nigga, I don't know what happened. There like a flash flood in North Carolina, nigga. Real quick, while Miles get that back on track. You know, I want to talk about something real quick. And what are we talking about? When a woman has an agenda, they go to homie right there. Matter of fact.
Yeah. All right. So Moses, the question is, if you did what you did, you got what you want, you didn't hurt nobody, nothing bad happened, why would you still be calling in to ask if you did something wrong?
Oh, no. You know, because I know, like, that's something that, the way I said it, that's something that, you know, Lucario didn't mention. You know what I'm saying? But he said approach the group first. But
that's what you did, though.
I got what I wanted. It's nothing wrong.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
You approached the group, and therefore you introduced yourself to everybody. So that made it. So when she saw you later on away from the group, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That made it possible for her to be like, oh, you were that guy from earlier, and then y'all was able to talk. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand, Moses. Why are you still seeking validation when you got what you wanted? Like, you did what you did. You got validation in real time, and then you calling in to get validation again. What is this?
No, I'm not calling in to get validation.
What did you think was wrong with what you did? So we can kind of understand the situation. What do you think that you did that you had questions about? Was wrong?
I just wanted to. There's nothing wrong with it, really.
Well, he doesn't. Just real quick, he doesn't.
Oftentimes, that's what I gotta do.
So when you talk to the guy, and he said, "Hey, nah, none of these is for you. Yeah, they're all mine," right? And then you walked away. That's all your responsibility is done right there. Now, if she comes by and you holler at that, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, you're allowed to talk to a human being. Moses, he don't own those females, bro. Can't no nigga. First of all, even if it's your girl, I can have a regular conversation. Now, if it's your girl, I'm gonna be respectful, and I'm not gonna say or imply or do anything that's rude. But a nigga can't tell me I can't talk to a human being. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, if I had a girl, it's her responsibility.
Yeah, if them two are talking, I'm not gonna interject myself. But if she's standing by herself away over here and I happen to run into her, nigga, she fair game. I wish that nigga would say something to me.
All right, what was your second question, Moses?
No. I forgot the second question, but that was the first one. You understand? So I just wanted to, you know, just to make sure I did the right thing. But thanks for the information on that. You know, because I remember the past when I did that, I approached one guy, you know what I'm saying, and he's like, yo, nigga, don't be talking to none of these girls over here, nigga. They don't know you.
Bro, Moses, let me ask you a question. Why did you keep approaching women that are with in groups with dudes? Why do you keep doing that?
No,
you
I'm
can't
talking
approach
about when there was groups of women in there, then they have a guy in the group.
What city are you in?
New York.
Is it normally like that in New York where dudes be hating just with a group of women or something?
Man, I don't really be paying attention to that. But in the positive side, there's been groups that I approached, and I approached the guy first, and the guy was positive. He's like, nah, get ahead, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, if the guy's negative, okay, so Moses. So if the guy's negative, so what? So, okay, guys, real quick. I want y'all to understand something. When you go out here and you deal with women, not every interaction is gonna go by the book. There's gonna be some anomalies, some oddities, and just some strange shit that happen every now and again. Not everything's gonna be by the book. Bro, guys, any choice you make in life, there's a pro and a con to it. If you approach a group of women with a dude there's a chance he could be cool with it. There's a chance he can ill and trip. So what else? There's no middle ground. Either he gonna be a cool nigga or he gonna be a bitch ass nigga about it. One of the two. So if he being a bitch ass nigga about it, why would that surprise you? You should already anticipate that could possibly happen. That's the part of the outcome. That could possibly happen.
What I'm curious on what you said you had this conversation and y'all got together the next day. So what did she tell you about the guy? Like, why are you asking us? She could tell you that if that guys are like, what situation? Like, what did she tell you about this dude?
No. You know, she told me in the back end, she told me, well, you know, when I said, well, you know, I was gonna approach you, but you know, that guy was in the way, so I just kept it pushing.
Why'd you tell her that? 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 Why did you tell her that? Why did you? Why? No, stop it, stop it, dog. Why did you tell her I was gonna approach you? But okay, guys, stop explaining yourself to women. Just holler at her. All that miscellaneous shit. Y'all talk too much. For real. Just get at the babe. Leave all that other bullshit out, bro. Keep the main thing the main thing. If I see a babe, I don't give a fuck. I'm not even gonna, guys, why would you even mention another nigga? Like, I would never mention another man when I'm talking to a chick.
And it was a setup question for that, because I wanted to know if you was the same way with her as you are with us, trying to validate the moment in this guy.
No, I was just approaching her. I didn't shoot my shot. That's it.
Okay. And then she on her own said, hey, I know that guy stopped you. That's why I walked away from the group. Because you were telling us that you mentioned it to her.
No. When I fucked up on that part. You understand? Like, again, I'm a man. I say, yo, I fucked up on that part. But like, when I said that, she was like, nah, don't worry. That's just a friend. You know, that's just my friend. Don't worry. She smiled and gave me her number, and then I made things happen on the back end. You know.
Are you calling? I don't know what you're.
Yeah, so all of that happened. If everything went according to plan and everything went well with the broad, there's nothing to talk about, bro. Everything is cool.
Yeah. I give that transaction a B-. I give that transaction a B-.
Yeah, there's nothing for you to sweat.
Yeah, still a good grade.
Do you remember the second?
Let me say this. Well, real quick, Miles. Let me say this real quick. See, I caught something. The fact that she told you he was a friend makes the call null and void. Why would you even call us and ask us, was that okay how I did it? Once she said he's just a friend. It don't even matter now. But go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Oh, baby, you.
Do you remember your second question by any chance?
Yeah. My second question is, I remember there's this chick who I exchanged numbers with because I couldn't make anything happen that night with her. You know, due to her friend was there.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I did. Well, her number, I lost her number because my phone, account got deleted, so I lost the number. But somehow, some way, I was able to find her on IG. So I messaged her. I was like, hey, I lost the number. Can you hit me up at my number? I sent her my number. She didn't, and they left it blank. So I was like, all right, cool. So I just kept it pushing. So later on down the road, she happened to bump into me at a spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So she was like, because she recognized me, but at the same time, due to the fact that she was liking my photos on Instagram, knowing that she was like ignoring my message, I was like, okay, I just kind of blocked her. She was like, oh, how I'm doing? I said, oh, I'm fine. I kept it cool about it, and then I was trying to keep it pushing, and then So what would be your thoughts on that?
Wait. Did you say you blocked her? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because what happened was,
Why?
she was liking my photos.
Okay, what's wrong with
And
that?
I messaged her to set up I messaged her to set up a time. I gave her my number. I said, call me. She left it on blank. She didn't get back.
Okay. Okay. So what you're saying was you felt some kind of way because you were like, how dare you ignore me and not let me get that pussy, but you're gonna be liking my photos, teasing me and shit. I'm blocking you, so I'll never feel that way again. Is that what happened?
No, I didn't feel mad. I was like I wasn't mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Again,
No, I didn't say you were mad. It's just that you felt some kind of way because you blocked her.
Yeah, why did you block her?
Because she kept liking my photos, not realizing that I messaged her and she never got back to me.
She looked good, man. She looked good.
I ain't gonna lie, she was hot though. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, she's hot. So do you think you the only one messaging her?
No, I know that.
Okay. So let's say she get 10 messages a day. Okay, she get 10 messages a day. Do you think she really pay attention to her DM?
I mean, she this time she does. She could probably do. Who knows?
Okay, so she goes, okay. There's another guy messaging me, another guy that got at me, and because you only noticed the time you got at her, but there's other dudes that got at her when she walked by in the spot, and I'm quite sure she exchanged numbers with them too, right? Because you don't own her get at for the night. Like there's not one slot for that for one night. Like I got at you and you can't get it. Nobody else can get at you. So while you might have got her number, she might have got 15 numbers. So yeah, she recognized you. She don't want to get hollered at on the DM. She likes your pictures. What is the foul in that?
Yeah, that's what did she do to you? She didn't do anything to you. She just don't want your dick.
Wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. It was just that she was doing that for attention.
No, she didn't do anything for attention. Okay, caller, think about what you're saying. So let's break this.
You're losing me, dude.
Down. Caller, I need you to understand what you're doing. Number one, you blocking her was an emotional response to you not getting what you wanted. That's what that was. That was an emotional response. Now let's peep what you're saying. You said she was just trying to get attention. No, you were trying to get her attention. You the one that hit her up. Now let's break this down. You said you had her number and something happened to your phone and you lost her number. So
correct.
You tried to reach back out to her and get the number. She didn't owe it to you to give it to you again. You lost it. You didn't utilize it, right? So what you did was, because you had these feelings that you wanted to get next to her, and because she didn't reciprocate them, you made her responsible for those feelings. So now you're saying she wanted attention, and you're saying her attention is her liking my pictures. Bro, when you get YouTube notifications, I'm not YouTube, but Instagram notifications, you have to visually look at who liked it, right? You don't have to look at who liking your shit. So you are looking. Did she like my shit yet? Oh, there she go. I'm just saying.
Could you say that again?
Don't even worry about it, bro. Y'all got it.
Moses, back in the day when my fellas used to talk like this over a chick, we would say, hey, man, you dry? Right? We was like, hey, you dry? Because you concentrating on one chick really bad enough. And did you lose it, or did she give you a fake number? Like, how do you just lose the number you got? Like something
happened with his phone, he said.
Something happened with okay.
Accidentally got deleted. So
Yeah, but if you have felt like this, okay, and because mentality is big, right? If you felt like that number was lost and she missed out on meeting you, then you would put it on her the next time she sees you to say, "Hey, you didn't contact me. I gave you my number. What's up?" But you take like a stalkerish vibe, search her up on the DM, or did she give you her Instagram information as she gave you the number too?
No. I happened. What happened was, I happened to, because you know how sometimes on Instagram they post different IG people is on there, and I just happened to find her. I was like, I just happened to see her there. I was like, oh, okay. So let me just message her to let her know if she, like, I'm gonna give her my number. I'm gonna tell her to call me so I can get the number.
You know what, man? I don't. I'm a different era than y'all with this Instagram stuff, but that sounds stalkerish to me. We already did our thing. You have to see me in 3D for this to happen again. Like I'm not gonna be searching and popping up like, hey, later on, I'm that guy you met. I'm that guy you met. It makes me feel like a bitch personally. That's what it makes me feel like, that I'm begging for your attention, begging for you to give me the opportunity for us to be, to kick it or get to know each other. And I don't like being in that feeling. So that feeling alone for me has saved me from doing a lot of stuff that I think some of y'all do to just get back to square A with the chick, right? Just to get back to even communicate with them. If we missed the communication time, we missed it. You're going to have to catch me in 3D. We have to have another conversation, exchange numbers, because you guys forget, they meeting you too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you just not meeting the chick. Oh, she nice. Oh, she bad. Oh, look at her. She meeting you too. And if she really wanted that number and really wanted you to call, the next time you seen her, she would have said, here, you haven't called me. I've been in the club and got my shirt pulled. Hey, I gave you my number. How come you didn't call? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Blame my mind and not my heart, girl. I'm on, here we go. I'm just telling you, like, y'all chase, but try to chase without saying you chasing. You realize you chasing, right?
Oh, but J-Rome, I wasn't really trying to chase her. I wasn't chasing her. You understand? Like, I'm not a chase guy. Like, I messed with chicken.
So I'm gonna tell you like this. Okay, maybe I don't understand where you're coming from, but for me, if I got to do anything extra, if I got to look at my Instagram, scroll through it, look at pictures to make sure you're the person I met, try to get that, DM you, hey, I lost your number, here I am. What did you expect her to be? Oh, that's that dude that hollered at me. Oh, man, he lost my number here. I really wanted to get at you.
Because you went on a treasure hunt for that bitch. Like, I gotta remember who she is. I gotta track her down.
And then your vocabulary on explaining what happened initially made it seem like y'all got together and had a meal or hooked up or something. I hollered at that. I got that number. We hooked up later. Did y'all hook up later?
Say it again. Did I hook up later?
Yeah, that's the way you explained it the first time.
I mean, when I met her, I didn't really continue to interact with her. You know what I'm saying?
This is the second girl. This is the second chick. J. Roman.
Yeah,
this is the second chick that we're talking about.
Yeah, this is a different, whole different situation.
Oh, okay.
So part of your problem, homie, was you were emotionally invested in the outcome, and the reason why you was emotionally invested in the outcome because you were checking your stories and you noticed that she was liking them, and that's not something like, again, you got to go out of your way to know that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's multiple stories. That's one, but also the fact that you said you blocked her, right? And you said she was seeking attention. No, her liking your story is not seeking attention. So I'm pretty sure you had, dudes you cool with, people that was liking your story too. So were they seeking attention too, or was it just her? Right? And the reason why, and see, here's what you thought. Because she's so bad, because you said that she's so bad. You thought her liking your stories was an indicator of interest. That's what you thought. So when you tried to get at her and she didn't comply, you was like, see, she did that just to tease me. Because you said it. She did it to get my attention, which ain't true.
Well, hey, it's a teachable moment.
That it is. That it is.
No, but then again, hey, it's something new to learn about. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get mad when a chick don't get back to me. I just move on to the next woman. So I mess with the chick.
But you blocking her is not in alignment with what you just said though.
And you searching for her on the gram to say, hey, I lost your number, ain't on a line with that.
Yeah, so you got to be consistent because Moses, this is what it sounds like. It sounds like for some chicks, you're like, man, this chick ain't acting right. Be gone. But when she's a little bit better looking, it's like, I'm gonna give her just a little bit, and that's what you did. And because you gave her a little bit of extra, see, here, guys, I want y'all to think about something. Whenever you go against your identity, shout out Miles. Whenever you go against your masculine identity, even if you don't know your identity, there is something deep inside of you that no, it ain't right. So when you go against your masculine identity and you deal with a bitch, and then she do something you don't like, you feel emotional about it, and you should be mad at yourself because you went against your identity by tracking a bitch down, right? But instead of being mad at yourself, you're projecting your anger on her, which is why you blocked her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I tell you like this. I tell you like this, man. And this is before Instagram and all this stuff. I had a partner, and he would exchange numbers with a chick, and this dude wouldn't call for a month and a half. I never agreed on that method, but it would take him so long to call. And I said, dude, why you take so long, dog? He said, man, if she don't remember me in a month and a half, she don't really want me. And even though I still don't use that method, I understood where he was coming from, because he's saying like, hey, if there's something about me that she really remembers and wants, she will know that when I call and say hello, this is such and such. She will remember the interaction. She would know who she's talking to, and she would want to continue that conversation, because he's a conversationalist. So he sits down and he's the type of dude you see him with the same chick at the club talking to her. Right. So if she don't remember that, then she ain't for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you guys do this chasing thing, and you lie to yourself saying you ain't chasing. If you got to look her up and do this messaging just to get her, just to re-get the number, that's too much. I think it's too much. Now somebody else might not, but I think it's too much.
No,
I lost the number. My bad. I'll see you in 3D.
Exactly. If I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. And here's the thing. And I want guys to understand something. There's a lot of times when you like the chick more than they like you. And you have to understand that that's the case when a chick is not really feeling you. And you said it, Jay Roman. She probably recognized you, but you didn't leave an indelible impression on her mind. Right? But she left one on yours. And the funny thing about it, she only left that indelible impression on your mind because of how she looked. She didn't do anything memorable other than how she looked. And that's what you were chasing. You were chasing that visual representation of her. Yeah, stop pedestalizing women, bro. That's what you did. In this particular case, you pedestalized this woman.
I don't pedestalize women, man.
You did, but your actions. Y'all got it, man.
Yeah. All right, Moses.
You have anything else? Any other questions? Anything?
No. No. Hey, it's a teachable moment. You understand? Hey, even though I'm emerging the game, hey, sometimes I make mistakes. It is what it is. Once in a while, I make mistakes. We're not perfect. It is what it is. Just learn from that and move on.
No, I'm not. No, that was a choice. That wasn't a mistake because you've been watching LaCario Miles too long. That was a choice. You said, I know I shouldn't be doing this. Fuck it. I want her. That was a choice. That was a choice.
And I know they don't advise you to talk about the next man when you're talking to her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know they don't advise that.
Nah.
Yeah. don't talk about the next man ever. It's a woman's responsibility. I don't care if the dude. It's the woman's responsibility. This is how I feel, right? Now I don't know about everybody else, but how I move is this: I should never, if I don't care if it's my wife or girlfriend or whatever, I should never have to tell her to tell a dude to stop talking to her and to move on. Because if I'm not there, that guy is going to come up and talk to her anyway. It is her responsibility to say, "Hey, I don't want to talk to you." I got a man right here. I've seen so many women do it real smooth, like, "Oh no, you can't buy me a drink, but if you want to, my man, you can buy him one."
I've had a woman do that.
Oh, okay,
I've had
I
a
ain't
woman
buying
do
you
that.
no drink.
DJ Roman.
Or hey, no, hey, look, hey, let me holler at you real quick. No, I don't think that's cool. My man is right over there. Maybe later. Maybe no, not later either. Like there's ways that women, and there's some women that do it real politely, like too. Like, hey, I appreciate you, thank you. You really kind of juice me up a little bit, but I have a man, and he's not here, but he wouldn't want me to even look like I'm talking to somebody. So, no, I can't dance holding your hand or touch you. This is it. I'm gonna do my 2-step right here. That's it. It's gonna be real boring. I have a man. It's their responsibility to let you know.
Right.
So there's no need to mention him, the dude, at all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The whole, well, I didn't come up to you before, or I wanted to talk to you, but he was in the way. You're talking to her now. So that whole interaction before is completely irrelevant to what's going on presently. It don't matter what happened 10 minutes ago or 5 minutes. Right now, you got her ear. So that should have been your focus. But, I digress.
Yeah. Hey, I live and I learn.
All right, Moses. Appreciate the call, brother. All right. Take it easy. All right. So guys, go ahead and call in 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300. Go ahead and call in, guys.
Lord Jefferson with the Canadian $13.99. And let me say this, and let me get back to Moses. No, you weren't making mistakes. You were making choices. Guys, the only time you can say you make mistakes is when you don't have the information, when you're ignorant of the thing that you're doing, right? Then you can say, oh, that was a mistake. But when you already have the information and you go against the teachings, when you go against the game, you're making a choice. It's kind of like cheating. Cheating is not a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake and fucked another chick. That's not a mistake. It's a choice. You made a conscious decision knowing what could potentially happen if you made this move, and you did it anyway because you wanted it to happen so bad. It's a choice. And he allowed his dick, he allowed the fact that the woman was he allowed that energy that I gotta fuck her, I gotta have her. He allowed that. It's thirst. Moses, if you're still watching, bro, you allowed your thirst to get the better of you. And that's it. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. So it's not about, let me not make mistakes no more. No, let you not make that choice. Those choices don't serve you. Because, guys, even if you get the sex, it's going to be on a woman's terms. So, and now, if you want to compromise your honor, your integrity, your dignity for pussy, hey, don't let me stop you. Don't let me stop you. Right, but let me get back to this shit about women having agendas and this whole Diddy and Cassie thing. I want to warn you guys against dealing with reluctant participants. Reluctant participants, and what I mean by that is this: once a woman has told you to your fucking face that she has an agenda that's separate from yours, the best course of action is probably not to deal with her at all. Like I don't even want the bullshit, right? But if you deal with her, you gotta keep her here. The problem with Diddy, because again, she wanted to be married, she wanted to have kids and all of that. Diddy knew he didn't want to have her like that, but he gave her too much access into his world where she had hope. She really thought it was possible. And let me just say this, guys, when women play the long game and they linger in your life and they keep trying to get that shit that they want that you keep denying them, eventually what's going to happen, because they're going to request it at first, but then they're going to start manipulating you for it because they requested it. They suggested it. Hey, can I? Oh, you want to give it to me, nigga? I bet. But then you keep giving her more access to you and she keeps getting more and more of a taste of what it would be like to really be with you. And she's like, oh, you won't give it to me? I'll manipulate you for it, right? I'll deceive you. I'll con you for it. And let me just say this, and this is just not just about Diddy. This is with just any woman. For all you guys that have baby mama drama, this is for y'all too. Because what happens is when the woman don't get what she want from you, and I'm not saying all women do this, but there are some women who do this. All the negative shit that's happening in their life, they're going to blame you for. These niggas keep pumping and dumping. It's that nigga's fault. If he would have treated me better, I would be married to that nigga still. I would be in a relationship with that nigga still. I wouldn't be going through all of this bad shit if that nigga would have done right by me. If that nigga would have married me. So all that negative shit, she blaming you. It's your fault. So when she went back to her parents' house and she was broke, she blamed Diddy for that. It's your, if you would have married me like I wanted, if you wouldn't have did all of this, so she blamed that nigga. So now she felt entitled, and this is what she thought. Oh, nigga, you gonna pay me. I'm gonna get my lifestyle from you one way or the other. You didn't give it to me, I'll blackmail you for it. And let me just say this in closing. For those of you who don't know, she wrote a letter to the judge after Diddy was sentenced, basically saying, get that nigga some more years. She hate this nigga, dog. Right? Like with a passion. I just want people to understand that, but y'all got it.
She was trying to get him to get more years. I think I heard about that shit. I think I heard about
And I'm gonna tell you why. And part of that is because when she blackmailed him, right? Nobody really knew. People knew about the freak off, but they didn't know her role in it. But when the shit went to trial, and then she had to tell the truth, she blamed him for that. Nigga, it's your fault everybody know this about me. You know what I mean? So that's why she want that nigga, quite frankly, she want that nigga deleted. Like, I really believe that, dog. Like, she want that nigga up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because she blamed him for everything. And that's what happens when you deal with a woman who is a manipulator and she has an agenda and she wants more than what you're giving her and you're not giving it to her. But yet you allow her to have access to you, she's gonna feel like, oh, no, nigga, I want the rest of it. I want all of it. Not just what you're giving me, I want it all, right? And that's what Cassie was doing, right? Period. But y'all got it.
You know, I'll say this: the problem that I've seen with Diddy is that he, to some extent, he is influenced by women that he's highly attracted to. Because
yes,
I remember even when you look at his relation to J-Lo,
Kim Porter,
right? With Kim Porter, but his relationship with the J-Lo, you know, he's writing songs about her, and you know, he was trying to get back with her and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, to some extent, Diddy can be manipulated by these women. You understand? And I remember even other people, they interviewed other people, and like I remember they did an interview with either his bodyguard or one of these other dudes. I think it was Mark Curry. He's like a rapper or one of the writers that's on their team. And Mark Curry had some chick around him, and Diddy was there, and Diddy came up to him talking about, yo, how did you bag her and how did you get her and shit? And I'm like, how are you? You know, Diddy, the mogul, like one of the baddest niggas on the planet as far as like business and hip hop. And you asking this dude how he bagged the bitch just because you think she's bad. You see what I'm saying? So it's obvious to me, or it indicates to me that Diddy is susceptible to being or I would say to allow himself to be manipulated by like a female that he finds attractive that has an agenda. And the thing is, all females have agendas.
Yes, they do.
You
And
understand?
let me add this. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Miles. Go ahead, fam.
No. Just to wrap it up, like I was getting into it earlier about the dark and the light. A woman's whole thing is survival. You understand? And sometimes she can seek survival and be submissive, but she could also seek survival and access to resource with her own agenda. And that's when it gets tough. And if you allow yourself to be manipulated, you're going to be in a bad situation, especially when you're that rich and you think, well, it ain't tricking if you got it. You get what I'm saying? And you'll fall into that. You'll fall into that shit real bad, and you don't even realize.
Okay. So based on what you said, the very thing he used to attract Cassie to him is the very thing that was his downfall, his money. It's the very thing that was because he knew Cassie didn't have no fucking talent. He knew that. So he basically said, he did what a lot of them niggas do in the record industry. Hey, girl, hey, look, I can turn you to a star, girl. I can turn you to a star, girl. You know what I'm saying? And then he realized this bitch ain't shit. But he did all of that to basically have access to her sexually. And then she fell in love with the lifestyle. And once she fell in love with the lifestyle, she was like, I can never go back. I can never go back to that other shit. But when she did go back to that other shit to living with her parents, with her husband, she was miserable. And then she devised a plan to get up out of that. Yeah. And it worked. The problem was, and this is the chaotic nature of women. This is the chaotic nature of women. The problem was her filing that lawsuit triggered shit.
Mm-hmm.
It triggered a lot of shit, right? And it unearthed some things. So now she put herself into the crosshairs, right? Unknowingly. And a lot of shit came out. But even when you like the Vlad interviews and you listen to all of those escorts, a lot of them fell for Cassie too. They got sucked in too. There was one dudes was wanting to fight Diddy behind Cassie. How dare you talk to her like that? These niggas, these hired escorts got sucked into her web. Bro, Cassie had all of these niggas eating out the palm of her hand, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All because she's, at least to them, Cassie, she all right, but I really don't see what the big deal about, because she ain't got no curves, so I can't fuck with it. But anyway, I don't see what the big deal is, but she had all of them. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you pay attention to Cassie, she has a very unassuming, very shy innocence about her presence. The all-American girl, she has that kind of, so guys, for whatever reason, guys like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like she's the type that can be my girlfriend. That kind of shit. Because one guy said that in an interview. You know, Cassie has that allure to her. She could be like your girlfriend. And I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. But that's how guys get sucked in and you get manipulated. And this is what women understand, especially women who are master manipulators. They understand, and again, if your ego is tied to your dick, if your ego is tied to your status, if your ego is tied to your money, women will work you. Mm-hmm. They will work even if they're young. These chicks are young, running circles around these old niggas. Right. Because they ain't got no game. Look. A chick with a little bit of game will wreck a nigga's life with no game.
Facts.
If you look at Shannon Sharp, yeah, he still got money, but his reputation is ruined, and he lost tens of millions. And didn't he settle like a lawsuit, gave her like 40, 50 million? These chicks, bro, these young chicks, and they young, cashing out on these old niggas. So for all you money status, yeah, get your money up. And then meet one of these pretty young chicks, and you think you're gonna, here's the thing about control. And I said this about guys who think money is power. Money is in power. Money, I can't even talk. Money is only power in the hands of a man that had power before he got the money.
Exactly.
If you was a weak nigga, before you got the money, you just a weak nigga with money. So what weak niggas with money do is they throw their weight around with money, like Diddy. They throw their weight around with money. Oh, I can buy people off. I can pay this person to do this to you. I can control your whether or not you're a star, whether or not you can make it in the music industry with people that I know and with money. But they themselves don't really have no power. They don't as men, they have no power. So they use their money as power. Here is the problem. If you're dealing with a woman who can manipulate you, she can use that very thing you're using as power against you. And that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. Guys, go ahead and call in 844-672-7300. Go ahead and call in. The number is 844-672-7300. Remember this for on this show, the calls are free. So go ahead and call in if y'all got any questions or if y'all want to talk about the Cassie Diddy case or anything like that.
Yeah. And let me just say this. Oh, go ahead, Jerome. You got it.
No, when you talk about Shannon Sharpe and how young they were, like, you don't think that a young girl knows what you want from her? Right? Being young, do you think she's just so excited to meet you? And like, you don't think she wonders, like, man, you lived a whole life. You're like 20 years older than me, or you're 10 years older than me. What do you want with the 18-year-old or 19-year-old? You don't think they know?
Yeah, they know.
They have an agenda from that point on. They already know.
Right then and there. And the agenda is, I'm not going to just let you fuck me. You got way too much money for me to just let you fuck me. Right? I'm going to get some of that. Right? But also, with these celebrities, a lot of them, they already have reputations for letting some of that money go. So if you have a reputation for letting money go, why would an attractive woman have sex with you right away? She already know you let it go. So she's like, let me get that first. Let me get
Right.
So what happens is, for all you money status, what happens is damn near every woman you deal with is gonna try and tax you. Because you ain't right, almost every woman. Because here's the thing: if you were the type of dude where you had game and you could get women when you were broke, when you get money, you're gonna know how to navigate that better. But if you was a corny motherfucker who couldn't get no pussy until you got money, you're going to be like a kid in a candy store, just buck wild with it, not knowing how to control yourself.
Right.
Hold on, Zach.
And women will run you.
Hold on, Zach. Hold on, man. Just for a quick break. Let me see that hat. That thing looking fresh, bro. Is that the Tigers hat? The Detroit Tigers hat?
Yeah. You feeling it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need one of them. Anyway, what I'm not familiar with the Shannon Sharpe thing. So
okay.
I never understood
so
what was the bad thing he did where he had to pay out. Like, what I know he was drilling down this chick.
Well, she recorded the phone calls. And there were some things he was saying in the phone calls that just made it look bad. Now here's the thing. There's a lot of fake outrage with everything, even with the whole Cassie thing, when everybody was tripping about the sex shit. I'm like, oh, that freaky shit, that shit is common. That shit ain't uncommon. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of people, because of your lifestyle, you're just not around that type of shit. But all that freaky sex shit, that shit is super fucking common, right? Maybe not in your world, but it's common, right? So all this fake outrage about sex and all this shit, like people clutching their pearls. So basically, Shannon Sharpe almost 60, fucking this little 20-year-old, bro, old enough to be his granddaughter, right? And I don't care what grown folks do, but that woman, she already knew. Old ass nigga, you know what time it is. You know I'm not sexually attracted to you. You know you're gonna have to pay what you weigh to fuck with me. So and here's the problem. The problem with Shannon Sharpe, and this is the problem with Diddy. They all got emotionally attached to these women. All of them. All of them, bro. Bro, with the Kim Porter thing, with the J-Lo thing, even with the Cassie, although Diddy had no problem with Cassie fucking dudes while she was there, he didn't like her fucking dudes when he wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? So they're all emotionally attached to these chicks, bro. So even with the Shannon Sharpe thing, he got emotionally attached to this chick. Instead of keeping it sex, And this is the thing with these goofy niggas. They don't know how to just say, I'm gonna keep it sex. They want the affection and the companionship of these women, and these women ain't the women to be fucking with like that. But again, these guys, they have no game, bro. They have no game. And here's the funny part. Let me say this. And I'm gonna pass it back to y'all. Because the red pill and all these high value men niggas, they say this goofy shit about, oh, men get better as they age, and men age like fine wine, and women age like milk, and all this goofy shit. Yeah. And the whole premise behind that is, oh, I can go to the gym and work out and be an old nigga that look good and have money, and I'm much more valuable on the dating scene. Shannon Sharp, he looked like he work out to me, right? He's a millionaire 10 times over. And you see he still get treated like a bitch by women.
Right.
That shit don't matter, right? Because what it is, yes, you can age and you can look good for your age and you can have money, but you still a hoe-ass nigga with no game, though. That's what you are. You still a dude with no game.
Right.
Yeah, you got money. Yes, you can attract women now because you was a broke nigga with no game. Now you're a rich nigga with no game. Yeah, you can get women, but guess what? You're going to get Shannon Sharp and Diddy'd all day.
Right. Exactly. That's what happens when you have no game. You can have all the money, you can have all the looks, but if you got no game, it really doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Look, let me just say this. Women are ruthless. Shout out to all my ladies. I love women. But women are cold. They're a cold piece of work.
Ruthlessness of a bitch.
Women are ruthless. And sometimes they'll fuck up their own shit just to get you back.
Yeah.
Scorched earth. Women will fuck up their own shit as long as I got that nigga. As long as that nigga is hurting and I got him, a bitch can bounce back, but I feel good about what's going on with that nigga. I'm just saying.
But I just don't need to get him. I need to get money. It's kind of funny how getting always includes the money.
The money. because if you think about it, niggas with no game, what are they attached to? Their dicks and their money. Right? This is why chicks will burn niggas' cars. Oh, right. Oh, I know they're gonna be mad at that. Oh, I burned your favorite thing in the world, nigga, your car.
Facts. We got 315. You are on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Name, age, city. How can we help you? 315. 315 going once. 315 going.
This is Stephon.
Yo,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you just now. What's up, man? Name, age, city.
This is Stephon, 42, Dallas.
Okay. All right. So you got a question? What's going on?
No, I wanted to comment on what Zach just said. Zach just said that when a woman will use something against you, and when you think about for instance, like what happened to me, a woman will accept a date, and if she has an agenda, and you go on a date, and you tell her exactly what you want. If she does not want you, you would show her colors, and pretty much your interest that you expressed to her in the very first place is what she's going to use against you. So her agenda pretty much was not to go on a date with you, which was to get your attention. And they're really great at disguising that.
No. Real quick. No. Her agenda is to go out on a date. Your agenda is, because what's probably happening is she realizes that you want to have sex. And you wanting to have sex fucks with her agenda. It fucks with her plans. So whenever a woman has an agenda, one or two things are going to happen. Once she realizes she can't get what she wants, the sensible thing for her to do is just leave you alone. But the woman who stays and she keeps dealing with you, she's going to manipulate you to get to her agenda. That's the difference. This is why when a woman rejects you right away, tell her thank you. Because the woman who doesn't reject you right away, but doesn't want to fuck you, she's there to manipulate you 100% of the time.
Facts.
But also at the same time, whenever she gets let's say she goes on and starts something with you, the problem is that whenever she starts realizing that whatever you propose in the very first place by telling her, hey, I'm not a one woman type of guy, she's going to show her true colors by saying, like, you know what, I cannot do this anymore. Even though you had divulged this information in the very first place.
Okay, so what do you
I'm not seeing.
so is there an issue, or are you just making a statement?
But what I'm trying to say is that her agenda, no matter what it is, it keeps changing throughout the whole relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing with women. They're always changing. That's why you need to give them instruction, and that's why you need to be the consistent one in the relationship. The problem in this situation that we're trying to, one of the things that we're trying to illustrate in this, using this situation, is that the reason why a lot of things went wrong is because Diddy was inconsistent, because he was influenced by himself being enamored over her. He had her on a pedestal. Do you understand? And so his inconsistency was his downfall. Yeah, her mind is always going to change because her emotions change, right? So at one moment she just wants to live a life of luxury. Another moment she wants drugs. Another moment she wants to have kids. Another moment she wants to go on vacation. Like, it is what it is. Like, things change with a woman, especially. That's why, a man grows and evolves as well, but he still is charged with being closer to, to have more of a consistent character. You get what I'm saying?
And let me add this real quick, because a lot of times when things are changing, a lot of that is about their emotions. I want to be a mother now, and I don't. It's about how they feel in the moment, right? A lot of times when men, like you said, evolve. Once you mature and evolve, you start to make choices more rooted in logic and pragmatism. That's usually how it's supposed to be with a man. We get out of our emotional and impulsive state, where we just do shit impulsively, and we begin to mature and evolve, where we begin to say, yeah, I want to fuck her, but it got to make sense. And we just become more logical as we age. And it's not to say that women don't exhibit logic, they do. But they're just more known as the emotional creature. So a lot of times when they have this varying degrees of, I want this, but now I don't want that, that's strictly based on emotions and being impulsive. This is why women, if you think about how our society is and how society caters to women when it comes to movies, when it comes to products and shit like that, because women are impulsive shoppers because they're emotional.
True.
I think that a lot of times we make excuses for us not reading the signs or vetting properly. So, to me, vetting, and this is why it's so important to have your own identity, and that's why Miles coined it, and it feels, and it's just a good thing, because the vetting process from Lucaria, right? To me, I took it even further from just somebody you're dating. You're vetting for somebody that you want in your area, your square, that comes into your realm. It ain't just about somebody you might get with,
right?
But when you come from that side of things, when you're vetting somebody, you already can see the angle because you've already done things to notice. And the thing is, we'll skip and miss different signs and say, "Oh, see, she had an agenda on me to take her out to eat," but you called her several times and she didn't call back. You didn't get a date with her until it was her board Saturday, and she really didn't have anything going on.
Right.
But now she's sitting across from you from the table, and she's looking at her phone, or she's doing something. You say, "Man, these women ain't nothing, man." Well, you seen a whole bunch of signs prior to.
Correct.
She showed
you, and we missed it. She ain't called you not once. You didn't call her every day or every other day. Yeah, you had a conversation, but did she call you? Did she contact you? Hey, I thought about you when I seen this. I just wanted to hit you up. Did she start asking for your time? She ain't did none of that. But hey, guess what? She's sitting across from you on the table, and you don't have a real conversation, and she gets up and says, "Oh, thank you for the meal. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna just go home and rest." And you look at your clock and it's 8:00. Like, she ain't going home and resting.
Yeah,
That's why she suggested
she about to go get that back blown out.
That's why she suggested a retired dinner time. 6:00. You guys eat dinner at 6:00. She got other stuff she's doing, but you don't see this because you're not looking for it, because you just appreciate this interaction you're having with her, and then we turn around and blame her.
Hey,
we need to kind of take a step back and really start evaluating and looking and vetting, not just for relationship, but just to be in our lives and to be around where they possibly could influence.
Well, even for casual sex encounters, you should be vetting. Because here's my thing: there are some women that you could have sex with that you just shouldn't. Because here's the thing: whenever you see a woman, but whenever you see a woman is already coming out the gate trying to manipulate, you can see it. It's very obvious. If you guys just stop thinking about pussy and stop being so thirsty, you can easily identify a woman trying to manipulate you. It's not hard to see it. But because you guys ain't got no game, you lack experience, and you thirsty, you can't see it. See, a woman cannot play in my face and I still fuck with her after that. Once I see a woman is trying to manipulate me in a very deceptive way, I can't fuck with her. I'm not gonna check her. Hey girl, I see what you're doing. Stop that shit. No, it's over. I'm not fucking with her no more. Guys, here's the thing, and I said this all the time. If you're dealing with a woman, and like let's say you fuck with a lot of chicks or you fuck with other women, or you just dealing with a woman who is either trying to withhold sex, or you're dealing with a woman who act like she got an issue with you dealing with other women, but yet, and here's the key, she's acting like she got an issue with these things, but yet she's still acting like she wants to deal with you, bro, she's up to no good. If you continue to deal with her, she's gonna try to infiltrate your life and basically move what you're trying to do out the way and put what she wants at the forefront. Eventually, she's gonna try that. Call her. That's exactly what happened to you. You kept trying to deal with her, and she's like, you know what? I'll use him as I see fit when I see fit. And she used your thirst. I got to tell you the truth. She used the fact that she knew you wanted to fuck her. She used that against you.
Thanks.
All right, caller. Anything else for us before we get out of here?
Appreciate your time.
All right, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling the show. Thanks for supporting the show. Take it easy. All right, we got 844-672-7300. Go ahead and call in, guys. 844-672-7300. If y'all got any questions or anything y'all want to add to the conversation, or if y'all want to talk about Diddy or shit, if y'all want to, because another part of this we can add to the conversation is the whole Steph Curry situation. You know what I mean? Because
let's throw that in there. Fuck it.
Because I mean, we could talk about him allowing himself to be manipulated by a woman that wasn't really feeling him, and he still allowed her. You know what I'm saying? Access to the
his world.
Exactly. So we got 506.
Hey, what's up, Miles?
Hey.
This is
you gotta turn down your radio.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah, name, age, city. Did you turn off the show in the background?
Yeah, I just did that now.
Okay, perfect.
Name's T.
Yeah, name, age, city. Go ahead.
Name's T, age 35, and calling from Ontario, Canada.
Okay, perfect, man. What's your question or what's your statement? What's going on?
No, good show, guys. I always watch on Saturdays, and I always catch nuggets here and there. Great game as usual. On the Diddy case, I think you guys kind of already covered that. One thing Zach said related to Shannon Sharp with the age thing is something that resonated with me, because I'm just like I don't know what to call it, middle age as a 35-year-old, and I'm starting to discover something quite interesting. It's like, how they say, like, as a guy, like, oh, you could just, as long as you got your money up and you're in good shape, you should be prime and proper. You'll be good out here.
Right.
This has been my toughest year out here. Like, I'll keep it 100. Like, I'm talking to girls, some of them straight up, if the age comes up, they're like, you too old. I never expected to get that. And I don't even look my age, like, So I said that just, yeah, I'm listening.
No, let me ask you a question. Because this is what happens. This is what happens sometimes. If you were in your, and I'm not specifically talking about you, caller, because I don't know nothing about your history, but this is just for any guy listening. Yeah. If you were in your 20s and you had difficulty attracting attractive women in your 20s, and now you're in your 30s or 40s, it's not going to change. It's going to be even worse because you're older. It's gonna be even worse because you're older. Because here's the thing: when I was 35, I was dating 23, 24-year-olds, 22-year-olds, no problem. You know what I'm saying? No problem at all. But all through my 20s, I was fucking with chicks in their 20s, in my 30s. Chicks, even when my late 30s, 39, 40, chicks in their 20s, 25, 28, 29-year-olds. So all through my decades of life, I've always dealt with chicks in their 20s at some point, but I always have. Now, I don't necessarily seek that. I just talk to who I think is attractive. And, oh, you're 29? Oh, what's up? But my point is, if you struggled getting chicks in their 20s while you were in your 20s, it's still going to struggle. Now, let me ask you a question. When you were in your 20s, how was your dating life at that time?
It's always been like productive. Like obviously I had to go out. I had more time to go out more and shoot my jumper.
No. That's not what I'm asking. Brother. Okay, let me ask you another way. When you were in your 20s, were you dating or having sex with attractive women or women you were attracted to who were also in their 20s? How was your dating life in that?
Yeah. Like, so basically, like I went to college and everything. So that's basically since when I've been dealing with girls around my age bracket for the longest time. And my preference is always women in their 20s.
Okay. Why? Now, after college, were you still getting it in with attractive women or women you were attracted to in their 20s? Was that still happening after college?
Yeah. Like basically, like for me, I noticed this stuff more when I kind of turned 35, 34. So the last couple of years, like 2022, 2023, those was like some of the best years I've had in recent times. Like coming out of the pandemic, everybody was outside. Like it was great. So I don't know what switched with the 34, 35 number, or maybe it's where I am or the people around. I'm not really sure, but it's
not the number, bro. It's not the number. Okay, real quick. It's not the number. You just don't look in some cases. I don't know how you look. It don't matter. But what I'm saying, in some cases, there's going to be instances where you just don't look visually appealing. So this is what I mean by that. It doesn't mean that you're ugly. It just means that you look too old for the young bitches. So if a woman is saying, "How old are you?" She's probably looking at your face and saying, "You look a little bit older than me. How much older are you?" So a lot of times when women are asking you your age, but they're asking it kind of like looking at you with this, it's kind of like they're not interested, right? Because even when I was in my 30s and I'm fucking with chicks in their 20s, a lot of them, they wasn't really asking me what my age was because they already knew I was older, but they didn't care. They just wanted a nigga. Go ahead.
It could be your vocabulary and things that you are saying. It doesn't sound like a young person. What you have, the type of car you drive or something or whatever. It says, hey, this dude is a little bit older. But for me, when you said 35, the mentality is off for me. That's still young, right? So at 35, messing with a 25-year-old, that's not uncommon. It's not. But my thing is, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, you guys go ahead. I think we're
right. So, and then another thing is, it seems like if you're worried about what you look in your age, like you may be projecting that off to people. Because I'll tell you what, when I was younger, I dated an older lady, right? She was in her 40s. And I think I was like 28 at the time. She was like 42. She mentioned age so much that turned me off. Right? I was enjoying our interaction. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the woman could cook. I come through. I mean, she had it done. We had a good night. Enjoyed our time. But she kept mentioning age for everything. Oh, us older, we do this, and you younger and you do that. And that got to be so irritating that I just, I didn't enjoy the interaction anymore. Like, yeah, we know we have a certain age. So my thing is, something that you're subconsciously thinking about will come to the forefront in your behavior, how you move and how you act.
That's it. Yeah.
When it comes to interacting with people.
Yep.
Now, my other thing, please bear with me, y'all. Is this, I don't understand as the older we get, the more mature we get, why you still want to date 20-year-olds. Like, I understand how they look, but there's 30-year-olds that look just as good. And there's 40-year-olds, that had that two kids that worked out at the gym, and they look just as good. There's 50-year-olds that look good. All I'm saying is that, we go for this young, but they ain't have no car. They don't keep a job. There's a lot of stuff dealing with young women that you're dealing with. Why are you still attracted to so young when you have developed and are gaining more in life? That's something for us to think about.
Can you answer that question? So caller, do you prefer to deal with women who are younger, like early mid-20s? Is that what you prefer?
Yeah, so my ideal at this point is like mid-20s to like late 20s. Now, I'm not actually like actively going out searching for like 20-year-olds or 21-year-olds. It's just when I go to like events, if I go to like music shows or something like that, right? It's who's out there. Like if I see something I like, I go shoot my shot. And then it could turn out that they're older or they're younger or they're in their 30s. That just happens. Like it's not really like I'm actively seeking them out. It's just
cool.
Caller.
We don't have a lot of places for, I guess, older people only.
Yeah,
so that's one of the challenges that I'm running into.
Caller, listen.
Yeah.
So what are you speaking to us on? Are you speaking directly into your phone? It sounds like you got either headphones on or you doing the Bluetooth thing. What's going on?
Yeah, I got a Bluetooth too. I can switch it to.
Can you speak directly into the phone? Because I think that's also what's causing the lag as well too. When we get.
Okay, switch now. I've switched it.
Okay, listen. What I want to say to you is, there is a part of the game where you have to have a certain level of serious patience. You understand? There's what's called ebbs and flow to the game, and what happens to a lot of us is that, and me included, whenever we reach a point where it seems like it's a drought, or it seems like we're not getting no matches, or it seems like no matter how many approaches we do, how many women we meet, it just don't seem like we're getting and meeting those compatible ones, right? We start to second guess. We start to get anxious. We start to allow the, like for example, if you meet a couple of chicks that's in their 20s, and for whatever reason, they try to act like age is a thing. You will internalize it, and you will fool yourself into thinking that age is actually a thing. And what I'm here to tell you is, you just need to be patient. You just need to be cool, and you just need to focus on your masculine identity and let the game come to you, bro. When you start to let these things affect what you think about yourself and how you look in the dating game and in the dating market, that's when the insecurities will start to literally cramp your own style. Because what will happen is you will go from the confident man that you really are into the self-conscious and low self-esteem type of nigga that's always wondering, man, am I too old? Do I look this way? Do I look that way? And all this other shit. You're looking for the women that find you attractive. So all you got to do is be attractive, bro. That's it.
So yeah, and let me add this, okay? And I want guys to understand. Sometimes, I'm not going to say all the time, when a woman is asking you your age, almost as if that's going to be the reason why she's going to tell you no, that's not the reason why she's telling you no. She's looking for another reason to tell you no, to not tell you the truth as to why she really don't want you. And what it really is, she's not sexually attracted to you. Bottom line. I mean, it could be that. It could be she's gay and she don't want to say that. It could be a myriad of reasons why she's not interested. She's just looking for something that she can tell you that you can accept to get out of her face.
It's a Jedi mind trick.
Okay. Exactly. So a lot of times it's not necessarily your age, it's another reason.
And let me add this too real quick, J. Roman. You have to understand too, and I talk about this a lot on my channel. Women, they have to come. Look, the average woman is not just going to tell you, you know what? I don't find you attractive. Have a good night. She's not going to say that.
Exactly.
A woman, and a lot of times it's a knee-jerk subconscious reaction. and this is why they do come up with that Jedi mind trick reason as to why they're not interested. Because if they say, well, I can't really talk to you because I'm uncomfortable talking to somebody that's older, right? In your mind, or in the mind of the desperate average man, he's thinking, oh, she likes me, but it's just that I'm older, so I could still be her friend. And that's how you slide yourself into the friend zone, to be manipulated by the woman, so she can still use you for resources, so she can still ask you to, hey, could you help me out? I need an oil change, and I needed this, and I needed that. Could you help me get my tires rotated? And I hate going to the mechanic by myself because they're going to take advantage of me. Could you take my car to go get serviced and pay for it too? Because we're friends and I like you and everything. It's just that you're just slightly out of my age range, but I like you and everything, right? And maybe when I get older, in a couple of years, we maybe down the road, we could possibly do something. And for the next 5 to 10 years, you'll be the guy servicing her car, paying for her windshield, filling her fucking tank with windshield wiper fluid for her and all this other shit, thinking that maybe one day she'll get with you. And that's why women can't just flat out say, I don't like you, because they have to give you a reason to want to emotionally hold on, so they could possibly manipulate you to use you in the friend zone.
Exactly. And again, guys, and here's the thing, and real quick, Colin, you can respond to I'll just say this and then I'll pass it back to you. It doesn't matter why a woman is not interested.
Exactly.
Knowing the reason won't change the outcome. She's not interested. You're never going to sniff her drawers. So it doesn't matter why she won't let you sniff them. You can't sniff them. Move on. Move on. Just move on with your life. Go sniff another pair of panties. Move on.
That cracks me up, Zag. Every woman you like ain't got to like you. Like, it don't.
No.
That's 100% real. Like the reason why I just brought it up was that's what I've been hearing. Like I just started hearing that more recently. It's like a new thing.
Caller.
It kind of stood out to me, like it jumped out.
Caller, what's your name again? I hate saying caller when you got a name. T?
Yeah.
Okay, T, look. 35 ain't old.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
Right? So 35 ain't old. I've seen some 25-year-olds with some 43-year-olds, okay? So 35 ain't old. It's the way you view it. And what Miles is saying, like, subconsciously, it's digging at you because you are used to, and a lot of times we go for things we are used to, right? Without maturing our looks of what attract us, right? So this is what I find a lot that happens with men. In college, in a younger age, it's all about the beauty. We just looking, knocking down people, getting these numbers. We not a lot of substance behind it, right? Ain't no substance, no conversation, or nothing like that. Then we get a little older, right? We get a little older. Visually, our visual is still there at that age because we've been doing that for so long that we don't mature our looks of what could be with other people already.
What we like.
Because
what we like visually.
We never mature our visual of what we like. It's stuck at this age where we was getting a lot. I was getting a lot of it at 20 something. I was not knocking things down. All these cuties, these young, they were young. They all looked pretty good at a young age. Majority of them did. So we never mature that what we like or what we are attracted to in our head. Women get older. That means when they're getting older, their body changes too.
Facts.
There's a good looking 50-year-old, but she won't look like a good looking 20-year-old.
J. Roman, you know what I think it is? For some guys. I'm not saying that this is the case for all guys, but I think some guys, they're stuck in that 20-something mindset because when they were in their 20s, they felt they didn't get enough sex from attractive women who were also in their 20s. So even as they age, they're like, I want to go back and fuck some bad-looking 20-something-year-olds because I didn't get a chance to indulge in that when I was that age.
Or it was the easiest then. And it ain't so easy now. With the 20. The 20 was the easiest. Yeah, go ahead.
For a lot of guys, and this is what a lot of guys suffer from. A lot of guys who were younger, 18, 19, 20, 21, college age. When you're younger, when you're that age, that's when chicks are most boy crazy, right? Meaning, so that's when the looks thing is probably going to matter the most. when
Right.
you're the youngest. Chicks are going to be more crazy about how a man looks then. It's not to say they're not, crazy about it as they age, but more that age group, that's when it's the heaviest, right? Especially when chicks get freedom. They're getting out of high school, they get freedom, and they get around all these grown-ass looking men, right? They get boy crazy. So what happens is a lot of guys coast on their looks at that age, and they clean up. But the frat parties and all that, and they clean up in college. But when women get older, women realize niggas need to come with more than just how they look, because there was a lot of whack niggas in college. So what happens is those same guys, as they get into their late 20s, early 30s, they can't get pussy like they used to because they never developed no substance to them. They don't have no game. They don't have no mouthpiece because they always coasted on how they looked. Y'all got it.
So the thing is this: if you're not aging, you're dead. I appreciate the age I am at.
Nice.
Right? And there's a lot of people I'm 40, but I look just as good as a 20-year-old. No, you don't. You look like a great 40-year-old. Right? You're as good looking as a 40-year-old, or you're as good looking and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being the age you are. The last time I had
I'm in my 50s,
person,
bro. I'm in my 50s. And I'm a sexy looking 50-something-year-old, dog. I'm not ashamed of my age.
Yeah. I tell you,
I'm
with
a
the
hot
heartbeat,
nigga, dog. I know I am. Go ahead.
This is my age. And then you look them in their faces. Yeah, that's a lot of experience right there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I got
these
the
grays,
experience.
nigga. It's a lot in these grays.
I got the experience. But don't put yourself down. The world's going to do it enough for you. You ain't got to add to what you feel is negative about you. So you got to 35. There's a benefit to being.
I'm not 50. I'm not that old.
There's a benefit for being the age you are. There's a benefit for the maturity, the things you went through, going to college. You had your time. That time is over. You can have some good times. I'm not saying fun is over. I'm just saying hey, don't get stuck in that time period. Mature all the way through. T. So on you, T.
There you go.
Yeah, facts. Thanks for the input, guys. I really appreciate it. I like what Miles said. Sometimes it's just ebbs and flows, and it's one of them times I just got to see through.
Yeah. And here's another thing I'll tell you, and here's why you have to stay consistent, bro. And what I mean by consistent, you can't let the feedback from the interactions with any individual female, or even if you happen to have a series of females tell you the same thing, you still can't let that sway you, because what will happen is that because again, this ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah.
The time where you about to clean up might be right around the fucking corner, but you letting what these last 3 bitches said to you discourage you. That's how the game go. Right. That's how the game go. The last 3 chicks said something you ain't like, and then instead of going out this Saturday, you like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill in the house, when they was waiting for you this Saturday. You hear what I'm saying? So this is why you got to stay consistent, and you can't let nothing phase you. You got to focus on yourself and what you trying to do. That's it. All right.
Okay. Real quick before you let him go. Caller, real quick.
Going out this Saturday.
Caller, real quick. Caller, to Miles's point. I remember one time I went out 2 weekends in a row, couldn't get shit popping. Then I went out one night on the 3rd weekend. The spot I was in, I literally had 3 chicks to choose from. 2 of the chicks, one grabbing me over here trying to pull me away from this bitch. This bitch grabbing me over here trying to pull me away from that bitch. Right? So I went from getting nothing popping for 2 weeks, and I'm literally in a place where I got 3 women who want to fuck with a nigga on some we can leave right now shit. Like sometimes it's like that, to Miles' point, where it's ebbs and flows, where it seems like, damn, don't no chicks want to fuck with a nigga. And then you're looking at chicks like, all right, I need to let somebody go. I'm just too many. It's like that.
Exactly.
A lot of people made mistakes on those weeks too. So don't do that. A lot of people on them dry weeks, don't just pull out your phone and call some old. Trust me on that one. Just go ahead and go home and hop on the game or something.
Right there, you need minding my business. Minding my business. Matter of fact, real quick, because I went to a birthday party earlier that night. A friend of mine had a birthday party at Papa Do's, and there was some chicks that I didn't know that was at that party. So they was on a nigga at the party. Then we went to a nightclub and they was on a nigga at the club. And then some new chick at the club was on a nigga. And I'm like, damn, this is a lovely fucking night. I'm getting mad attention. But I couldn't fuck with all the chicks because I had to let some go. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that.
Facts.
One at a time, all in line.
Facts. All right, so take it easy. Call it. Yeah, thanks for the call, man. Take it easy. Be good. All right. Let me see how much time we got left. We got about 10, 15 minutes left. Go ahead and call in 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300. We got any questions? Anything you want to chop up?
These chicks
we got one question by Irish Spring. And I'm not going to bring up his question because he was asking how many rejections does it take to get one woman. Bro, there's a phone number right there, 1-844-672-7300. When some of you ask questions, and guys, there's nothing wrong with questions on the surface, but some of the questions that you're asking, we would have to go too in depth. We would have to ask you some questions. So it makes more sense for you to call in and for us to get a little more information as to what's going on with you. But just answering a question like how many rejections, bro, nobody can answer that question. Nobody can answer how many women you're going to talk to before one woman says yes. Now, and I will say this. This is just my opinion, and I'm basing it on my personal experiences. If I talk to 20 women in a row and don't one want me, something's wrong. If I talk to 20 women in a row and if don't at least one chick want to fuck with a nigga, something is wrong. And I say that for me personally because I got too much of this game to only pull 1 out of 20. That's just my personal opinion. That's my personal. I'm sorry. That's my personal opinion. Because 20 is a lot of chicks, though. For 20 chicks to say no, at some point you have to look at yourself like, okay.
Yes, I don't know if I ever had 20 in a row. That's you right. That's a lot of 20 in a row.
No, bro. No.
I might have to just stay home the next day. Like, hell no, I'm gonna stay home. You know, we're gonna have to reset. I'm only talking to cashiers. Hey, how you doing? Cool. Was there any more? No, that was it. Just my order, and I want to say, hey, how you doing? 20 in a row.
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah,
but
so,
I really.
Yeah.
Nah,
real quick. I don't want to discourage guys. Still holler at women because real quick, J. Roman, I'll pass it right back to you. If you are hollering at that many women in a row and you're not getting no motion or no rhythm, it's got to be you. At that point, it's at 20. It's got to. Well, I'm sorry, man. Am I wrong to say that? There's got to be you at some point. If 26.
I mean,
no, but real quick, don't want guys to understand. I'm not talking about 20 women. Real quick, I want to be my bad, Miles. I'm not talking about if you talk to 20 women over like a 6-month span. I'm talking about if you talk to 20 chicks in one night and they all said no, well, something's wrong.
Oh yeah, it's ain't your night. It's just for me. I just consider it ain't my night. Okay, it ain't my night. It's all right. I'll catch back up and I'll have a night like that where you come out of there, you 3-4 different people. So
yeah, it's like that.
It just happens like that. So I don't.
Yeah,
I really want people to.
And I want to be clear. Yeah, because I don't want guys to get discouraged. If you're talking like, let's say you talk to one woman 1 week and she says no, and then like the next week you talk to 6 chicks, and if it's spread out like that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about consecutively, right? But if it's spread out over a period of time, and here's the thing, guys, if you're talking to one woman or 2 women every week, it can reach 20. It can very easily get to 20 because you have to put yourself in front of way more women than that so you get a rhythm about you. And that's another thing. You get a rhythm because if you're talking to 20 women or you're approaching multiple women in one night, you're going to develop a rhythm. You're going to, and then you're going to have confidence based on that rhythm.
Right. And I just want to say this, remember that for y'all listeners, remember that the guys you hear talking are guys with experience. Okay. So for you 20-year-olds, you might just get 20 rejections. So don't try to compare yourself to what somebody like K Zag or J Roman just said, please. because these are guys with years, decades of experience who put like you said, Kay, have put themselves in front of or been in front of many women on many occasions, on many a night. You get what I'm saying? So for you young cats who for a fact you ain't got that much experience talking to women, don't try to compare yourself to these guys. You get what I'm saying? You might just
and I'm glad you said that, Miles.
You might just get 20 rejections and you still got to pick your face up and keep moving.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that, Miles, because people will hear what we said and they'll pick it apart. Because I did say, I use myself as an example, and I said right now, like if I talk to 20 bitches right now, I'm not talking about 20, 30. Like if I went out right, there's no way 20 chicks is telling me no right now. It ain't fucking happening. Right now. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't been curved 20 times in one night. That's
what I'm saying. This shit ain't happening.
Hey, I ain't been curved no 20 times in one night.
Shout out to McTreasure with the $20 Canadian. He says, respect to the panel. Thanks for the game. This is the 35 caller. Okay, cool. And then shout out to Unique 79. He's been a member for 21 months. He says, if you are courteous with your approach, more often than not, you will have great interactions with women. Even if they turn you down, their receptiveness will make the encounter a good one. Exactly.
Bro, I've had women tell me, real quick, J. Roman, I've had women tell me, oh, that shit was smooth. I'm not interested, but if I was, you would have had me. I've had women tell me, I like the shit that you said, but I'm not feeling it. And I've also had other women tell me who had boyfriends or whatever, they was like, oh, that shit, you're about 2 months too late. Damn. I just got into a relationship. But if I was single, you would have had me. I've had women tell me that shit.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, let's get it. Let me see. All right. 904. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you? 904. 904 going once. 904 going twice. 904 out. All right. Maybe you can call back. Maybe you can get a better connection.
That was a question.
Okay, let's try it again. 904. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Are you there?
Yes.
Name, age, city.
My name is Jeremiah. I am 27, and I am from Jacksonville.
All right, go ahead, brother. What's your question?
If you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
My name is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, 27, Jacksonville. Perfect. Thank you. Go ahead with your question, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, so my question is, because I was just watching a Lucario video that say, have you got rejected enough with you and Lucario? And it was like, if you keep getting rejected by all these females, you need to tweet something. It's an opportunity to see if something is wrong with you, because if you get told yes all the time, then you'll never be able to prove. Okay, I get that, but I think I asked the question before. How could we keep from like getting frustrated in the game when you're going through that process? Like you said, like
stop taking it personal. Caller, real quick. I'm answering your question. Caller, I'm answering your question. Stop taking it personal. Caller, listen. I'm answering your question. You said how to stop getting so frustrated. Stop taking it personal. The reason, you got to understand, being frustrated is an emotion. So for you to say being frustrated, that means you feel something. The fact that you feel something when a woman says, no, I'm not interested, that means you are emotionally attached to her yes or her no.
Mm-hmm.
Stop taking it personal.
Right.
Hey, caller. What better time to reject somebody is when you don't know them, right? They don't know. They don't know you. They don't know you. So a rejection shouldn't feel like nothing. I don't know you. You don't know me. I came up. I holler. You said no time. Cool. I don't care the reason why anymore.
Okay, no.
I'm still gonna keep it polite, cool, and I'm moving on, right? But they don't know you, so they're refusing to get to know you. Cool. Why does it bother you so much?
Because you just feel like you missing out on something. I'm young. Like, I'm 27, and I don't want to be like. I'm trying to shit so I'll be the guy that's 27 the hard times. You know.
Okay, caller. I want you to think about something, brother. Now let's peep what you're saying. You said, I feel like I'm missing out on something. You're talking to complete. I want guys to remember when y'all meet women, they are random strangers. Strangers. You don't know these bitches. They're random strangers. How can you miss out on something from a random stranger? You don't even know what this bitch got to offer you.
Yeah,
what do you think a woman got to offer you that you might miss out on?
I guess it's like
caller. I need you to answer this question, brother.
Security
Caller, listen. I need you to answer this question, please. Caller, stop talking. I need you to answer this question.
You see,
what
like,
do you think women
like,
have to? Oh, stop fucking talking, nigga. Caller, stop talking. Caller, stop talking. Listen. What do you think women have to offer you that you're going to miss out on?
I'm just a guy who I ain't really looking for no relationship type stuff.
Bro, answer the question. What do women have to offer you that you feel like you're going to miss out on?
It's just that experience, like that experience of hooking up with attractive females, having a good time, I guess.
Do you expect every woman you holler at to accept what you're saying and hook up with you? So everybody you give your Mac Diddy vibe to, do you expect them to just say, yes, let's do whatever you want to do?
Hello? Caller? Wait, is he still there? Let me make sure. Oh, I think he hung up. I think he hung up.
And Emmanuel, this is about right. He said, I expect 7 out of 10 to not feel me. Guys, 80% of women ain't going to want to fuck with you. Yeah, stop acting like every woman is supposed to say yes.
904. What you good, bro? Is your phone connected? Like what's going on, man? 904 going once.
He been curved 20 times.
My phone got disconnected.
Yo, bro. Hey, listen. Listen. We trying to run the show, so if your phone is janky, we got to call in another day. So if you get disconnected again, that's it. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I believe K-Zag asked you. Wait, who asked a question about missing out? What do you think you're missing out on? Go ahead, K-Zag.
Me.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think you're gonna miss out on if these women don't give you the opportunity to fuck with them? What do you think you're gonna miss?
It just feel like if I get older, it's gonna get harder because I'm still kind of in my teens, I'm at the late end, and I do have something. Like I had a couple females give me their number, and this probably where it really got me. Like I get a female number and everything be seeing going good, and I give them that text. And I understand some females will give you their number to get you out of their face. And you message them, and then this bad.
Okay, caller, my brother. Let me ask you a question. Have you had sex before?
Yeah.
How many times have you had sex? Roughly. You don't got to give me an exact number. Just give me a rough estimate.
He wasn't gonna give you exact anyway.
Like eight times. 8 times.
8 times. These women, how do they look to you visually?
Okay. No, never no dream type girl, but they all right. But I ain't
see right there.
There we go. There we go.
I gotta stop you. Stop talking.
Good question, Zach.
I need you to listen because you said something that's very disturbing to my soul, bro. You said dream type girl, and I really want to know. Can you explain to us what makes a woman so dreamy because of how she looks? Go ahead.
Damn. Yeah, my phone janky, dog.
No, don't blame the phone, nigga. Answer the question.
You can't hear us? I don't think he can hear us. His phone is fucking up. Nah, he out of here. I can't do it. I can't do it. Plus,
keep on with your point though, Zach, because I'm quite sure there's other people that's on the same plane.
Guys, this dream girl shit. Number one, shout out to all my ladies. I'm gonna need y'all to put some earplugs in because I'm not trying to go at y'all. I just got to spit some facts right now. Guys, when y'all meet these women, some of these women that y'all are looking at, everything about them is fake. Their hair, their eyelashes, their eyebrows are painted on, lip filler, makeup, fake nails, fake booties, fake titties, everything. And I'm not saying all women, but some women, these bitches are literally plastic hoes, bro. And y'all are enamored by something a doctor gave a bitch? Y'all are really enamored by something a doctor gave a woman. Like, this shit is crazy to me. That dudes is enamored by this shit. Because my thing is, I cannot fully assess how a woman looks until I see her bare face out the shower. Then I can make a proper assessment of how she really looks. But with all that makeup and all that shit on, my thing is, I mean, you put yourself together well. But I don't really know. You know, that's why I like natural bitches. Like, that way I ain't got to be trying to wonder and shit. This is why I just prefer natural chicks. So everything I see is her. But y'all got it, man.
I think for the last caller, if you're still listening, it goes a little deeper than just your interaction with the ladies. I really think you need some coaching. And I think you need to, because I felt like the confidence wasn't there to begin with in the first place.
Yeah.
So instead of going to, a byproduct, let's get to the main thing in which you need to improve. And that's just your outlook of self. And I think that, you would benefit from getting one of these guys and actually getting some coaching from one of them. I know Zach does coaching, Miles does coaching. Look into it and actually invest in yourself first before you start counting your ones and twos with these interactions and stuff with women. So
yeah, that's definitely his confidence was definitely off, and he's definitely putting women on the pedestal. That's his main issue. He's putting women on the pedestal. You can't do that when you approach a woman and you don't know her and you put her on the pedestal. Like, she's already looking at you like, why would you even, you don't know me, just like you said, Kay, it's like you don't know these are strangers. What are you missing out on from a stranger? And subconsciously the woman knows this too. Why would you put me on such a pedestal when you don't even know me? Like, we don't even have any compatibility or nothing. And you're already thinking so highly of me. Like, that's crazy. It doesn't even make any sense.
What's wild to me, and I know we know what time we got to wrap this up, is I want you guys to think about something. You are giving women, perfect strangers, you're giving them power over your emotions and your mood. Your mood, nigga, is impacted by a woman saying, I'm not interested. Bro, you're giving this strange woman power over how you feel about yourself. I need you guys to understand how weak of a motherfucker you are. Look, don't be offended. I'm just telling the truth. That she's a stranger, all because of how she looked. No other reason. Not because she got a bag of money and you saying, look, that money can change my life. All because of how she visually looks. Your emotions, you're like, here, take my emotions. Here's my spine. Here's my dick. Take that. Oh, hold on. Here's my bank account. You give her everything because of how she looks.
Crazy.
And you wonder why women run you. They will run you. And women, all women know this. Find a man who is controlled by his dick, his money, his status, or how he looks, and he's the easiest guy to manipulate.
Facts. All right. So, anything y'all want to plug? Because I know,
I'm about to get out of here.
It's shea butter time, guys. So make sure y'all go to Cunningham Elements, order your shea butter. And then, of course, you will get a free sample vial of the Masculine Identity Eau de Parfum. So make sure you come to Cunningham Elements and get your stuff. And also make sure you join us on the Masculine Identity Membership Zoom call Monday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be doing part 2 of understanding the mindset of the man who everything always works out for him. You understand? So it's a really dope and powerful conversation. So make sure you guys check it out.
I use that same analogy for
There you go. Go ahead, J. Roman.
At work. I use it. Mr. Glass. Remember that movie, Mr. Glass?
Yeah.
Right, where his whole thing was if he's so weak, then there's somebody that is so strong. And I use that for decision making, right? Like, so some people, they feel like every decision they made is bad, but there's other people that made great decisions their whole life and went through it and learning how to do that. So that's a pretty dope little thing you do in their mouths. So.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. There you go. Now let me add this on the way out, guys. The only way everything is going to change is if we change the narrative. Myself, Jay Roman, Miles, everybody from the Real Game No Theory panel, and there's other individuals that we have a lot of respect for that we rock with, what I'm saying, on YouTube. We're all trying to change the narratives. Each one teach one. We're trying to help men become better men and fathers for themselves first and foremost. Once we get that going, any woman that they encounter is going to be a better woman.
Facts.
Right? And that's how it's supposed to be. But guys, there's women out here that you should just not fuck with. Just don't. They will ruin your life. But it's really you. It ain't the woman. It's really you, because you gave her the invitation. You let her in.
Facts.
Like, choose the right. And it's cool. We all love beautiful women. I love me a thick chick. I love it. But her mind got to be right. And she got to be on one accord with me and my plan, or I can't give her this pipe.
Facts.
On that note, like, share, and subscribe. Real Game Theory. Real Game No Theory tomorrow, man. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.